In the frozen north, where daylight fades for months and silence covers the earth like snow, strange lights have appeared. They move with purpose. They appear where no one should be, and they've been recorded for decades. Across Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, and Finland, pilots, scientists, and civilians have all reported seeing the same thing: pale, glowing figures and objects in the sky that defy explanation. Some call them UFOs, others something older, the white ones, the spirits of light. But whatever they are, they're watching. In a small valley in central Norway called Hessdalen, people began reporting something extraordinary in the early 1980s. The valley is remote, mountains on every side, one road in, one road out. Winters are long, dark, and silent. Then one night in 1981, a man named Arnie P. stepped outside after dinner, and what he saw was unlike anything he had ever witnessed before. A glowing, oval-shaped light, bright yellow, floating silently above the valley. It hovered there for a few moments, then shot straight into the sky. Within weeks, dozens of people saw the same thing: bright orbs, sometimes white, sometimes red, appearing just above the tree line. They didn't behave like aircraft or meteors. They moved intelligently. So in 1983, scientists from the Norwegian Defense Research Establishment came to investigate. And to their surprise, the lights followed them. They set up radar, cameras, and sensors. They recorded solid objects moving through the sky, visible to the eye and solid on radar. But when they analyzed the data, the objects made no sound, no heat, no trace of propulsion. They just hovered, like they were watching back. Even now, Hessdalen has an automated observatory tracking these lights day and night. And after more than 40 years, they still appear. Locals call them the Watchers of the Valley. Scientists call them unexplained aerial phenomena, but in the old tongue, they have another name: the Lusandar, the light spirits. It's April 12th to 1969. At Pori Air Base in Finland, pilots were training high above the Baltic coast when one of them saw something metallic flash above the clouds. He radioed the towers and control confirmed they had a target on radar. Two aircraft scrambled to intercept, but as they closed in, both pilots suddenly lost control of their instruments. Their compasses spun, altimeters froze, and one pilot felt crushing pressure in his chest, like the air itself was being pulled tight. Then the object moved. It shot upward, vanishing from radar in seconds, speed over 6,000 kilometers per hour. Officially, the Finnish Air Force labeled it an unidentified aerial phenomenon. Unofficially, pilots gave it another name: the White Ones. In Finnish folklore, they're called the Valkeavakki, radiant beings who appear before disasters. In the nights that followed, the pilots couldn't sleep. Each dreamed of the same thing: a vast white landscape and a tall, pale figure standing motionless in the distance. March 1974, a quiet Swedish suburb, Vallentuna. Just after 2 a.m., police began receiving frantic calls. Witnesses said a glowing object was hovering above the frozen lake. Two officers, Lars N. and Ova J., were dispatched. As they neared the water, their radio started to cut out. Then, their headlights dimmed. Hovering above the ice was a reddish-white orb, pulsing like a heartbeat. It was silent, but the officers said they could feel it, a low vibration running through the air and into their bones. When they tried to approach, their car engine died. The air grew heavy. Lars said it felt, quote, like breathing underwater. Then, without warning, the light descended, touched the ice, and vanished. At sunrise, investigators found a perfect circle of scorched ground near the shore. Grass melted into glass, compasses spinning uncontrollably. Within hours, military vehicles arrived, took samples, and left without a word. But here's the strange part. Locals reported seeing two pale figures near the lake the next morning. extremely tall, moving in complete silence and leaving no footprints. Across Scandinavia, all three stories share the same eerie pattern: pale light, electromagnetic interference, and an undeniable sense of being watched. Skeptics call it plasma or atmospheric energy, but those who have seen it say it's alive. In the old stories, the lights are not random. They appear when the veil between worlds is thin, and when light moves with intention. It's not just a phenomenon, it's someone. So if you ever find yourself deep in the valleys of Norway, or standing beside a frozen Swedish lake, and a pale light begins to move, don't go closer. Don't call out, because when the white ones appear, you're not seeing them first. They've been watching you all along.